Alright guys, so in this video, I'm gonna prove that I'm not a gambling addict, okay? Because I keep getting messages from family and friends. You know, last week, we lost $2 grand playing Baccarat at the Golden Nugget. I shouldn't have been playing Baccarat, I'm a poker player, but they got me there. So some friends are like, hey dude, gambling addict. Some family members, gambling addict. So I was like, you know what, let me prove to all these people that I don't have a problem with gambling. So that's the whole point of this video. The whole point of this video is to prove that I'm not a gambling addict. And if you don't believe me, how much do you want to bet that I'm not a gambling addict? Okay, let's start with that. So how do you prove you're not a gambling addict? Well, first we have to define what an addict looks like and what that is. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Basically, I'm going to be reacting to the crazy gambling stories. And through this, I'm going to be able to prove my innocence and not being a gambling addict. So let's look at some videos, guys. And let's see what a true gambling addict looks like. So, all right, let's check this out.
It's estimated that 6% of the world struggles with a gambling addiction. That's upwards of 429 million people. But only 6% of those people will ever actually seek help for their gambling problem. Today, I want to share 10 stories of recovering gamblers who have sought out help for their gambling. 11, I guess, if you count me. Here are their stories.
My name's Dave Yeager. I'm an 11-year veteran of the U.S. Army, and I'm also in recovery for a gambling addiction, which I actually fell into while I was on active duty in the Army. I was stationed in Korea, and it was right after 9/11. I was in my first marriage, had 2 young kids, both under the age of 5. Got on the plane, flew to Korea. Got into Korea. I get on there. They put me up in the hotel, which is a very, very nice hotel. I get in there. I throw my stuff down. I'm tired, but I can't sleep. I'm hungry, so I go eat. Then I start walking around the hotel, and lo and behold, as I'm walking along, I start hearing these noises. So I'm like, what is this? So I kind of peek my head in there, and lo and behold, here's a casino-style slot machine room right there on the military base, right in the hotel. So I'm like, okay, you know.
All right, so I'm going to stop it right there. Slots, I don't play slots. We all know slots are for losers and slots make you lose money and you never win in slots. So that's like part one of me proving that I'm not a gambling addict. You know, 1 for all 100 not being a gambling addict, okay?
Started off as a Friday night and the occasional Friday night, turned into Friday, Saturday night, then turned into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then eventually nights during the week. That built to the point where now I'm going on my lunch breaks. You know, it just kept developing from the point of I'm enjoying this and this feels good to I need to do this. I fully engaged in GA and I still go to it to this day. I very much engaged in the treatment program when I was out there. I say so connected to my recovery now, 4 years into my recovery. It's a very different mentality than it was.
All right, so basically this guy gambled because it makes him feel good. I gamble to get some money, get some cash. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge difference. So that's what I'm saying, guys. So like if this guy is gambling because it gives him a feeling, you know, maybe he hated his life. If what it sounded like it gave him freedom. I gamble to get the cash, bro. You know what I'm saying? You put 1,000 on Baccarat and you double down, you let that shit ride. You make $4 grand in 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I like to gamble, you know, because you can make quick money. This guy, he's trying to fulfill his life through gambling. See, gambling is the path to my success. Huge difference. This guy, gambling is the success for this guy. So yeah, there's another point for all 100 not being a gambling addict. You know, 0 for all 100 gambling addict. Let's go to the next story.
So my name's Ollie. I'm from England. I'm 18 years old. I've been 18 for about 6 months now. I started gambling on my birthday, actually, because in England there's loads of sign-up offers for loads of different gambling sites that just get pushed on you when you watch like sports. You know, they're always advertising. So it started as sort of, you know, relatively low amounts of money, just, you know, having a bit of a fun bet with my friends. And then eventually it would spiral, you know. I wouldn't be able to watch sports without gambling on it. I mean, for my age, I'm down quite a substantial amount. It sort of makes you lose the perception of money because I'd gamble, you know, to buy food if I go out. I'd gamble to pay for my petrol. I'd have big wins, you know, and it would be in my account. And then I wouldn't withdraw it. I'd say, look, I can get this up to whatever number, and I'd be back at square one again. The thing with the gambling problem is it's not spoken about enough. You see people online.
All right, so I'm gonna pause it right there. Okay, another huge difference between me and this guy and how he handles money that he wins. As soon as I get money, and I win stuff, the first thing I do is I spent that shit. You know what I'm saying? I go buy some steaks, some $100 steaks. We pay rent, we pay bills. The first thing that I do when I get money is I handle the bills first. Anything that I need to pay, I pay it with that money. Because the way I see it, if I spent the money, I can't lose it. If I spend the money, I can't lose it. So that's a huge difference. Some people save the money so they can gamble it later on. Fuck that shit, bro. We spend the money. And if I spent the money, you can't get it back. That's huge difference. So anytime I win in poker, dude, first of all, my rule is I just, sometimes I break it, but most of all, I never use money from my bank. Except for last time. Okay, the golden nugget is an exception. That's the first time I lose is because I play Baccarat and I never really play Baccarat. That's the only exception of me going to the ATM to take money out and gamble. That's it. But I've never done it. I leave my credit card, debit card at home. I take cash. And it's cash that I've won through poker. That was my mistake at the golden nugget. I should have played poker and used that money to gamble. Anyways, I don't want to go back to it. But the thing is, anytime I win money, I put half of it in my bank account, when I win poker, and I use that for bills, anything extra. And I keep an amount of cash that I will use to play poker. And if I lose that cash, it's okay, because that's cash that I won. But currently, I haven't been using cash that took out of my bank account to play poker. Like yesterday, I want to go play poker, right? I won 500. Yesterday, not yesterday, 2 days ago, I went to go play poker. I was down, I'm not gonna lie, I was down 500. It got a little bit stressful, but I know that through poker, if you just play your right, stay consistent, you'll get back up. So we got back up, and I ended up winning $500 more. So I had $1,000 on me playing poker. And a gambling addict would want to keep gambling and double down and all that stuff. But I know, hey, I'm just gonna lose this shit. I get kings versus aces, and you lose that shit. So I was like, you know what? Cash me out. I told the dealer, cash me out, because I need that money. I don't want to be gambling that fucking money, bro. So I left. I put $500 in my bank account, and I had $500 cash. Use it to, get some food and just pay for shit. And so I have $300 that I'm gonna use when I go play poker again. And the goal is to use those $200 to run it up that $1,000, or even if I just get $500 more, I'll cash out, hit the gym, go back with $100, cash out, hit the gym. So the way I play, I'm always using money that I win a gamble, and any money extra that I get, I put 50% in my bank and 50% to gambling. That way, even though if I have let's say I just have a bad day, nothing's hitting, everything's going bad, I lose money that I've won, and it's not all the money that I've won, just 50% of it, and I know I got backups in the bank. And another thing I'm trying to do with this YouTube. That way I get money from YouTube to gamble. Not all of it. Like half of it to gamble, okay? So that way I'm making money from all different type of avenues. I'm a financial gambling advisor expert. That's what I am. I show you how to gamble properly. How to gamble. This is how to gamble properly. But anyways, let's keep going with these stories.
And say, just stop gambling.
Alejandro, 3 or 4 not gambling. Alejandro's a gambler, 0.
Which I think is quite a silly thing to say, because you wouldn't say to an alcoholic, you say stop drinking. It's a very real addiction, and I think it affects a lot more people than people might think.
Hey everyone, my name is Kitty Marks, and I'm a person that has lived experience with gambling harm. I live in Portland, Oregon, and I'm 54 years old, and I don't measure my recovery by the last time I gambled. There's lots of life factors that affect it, but it's been a dozen or so years since I was behind a video lottery terminal, which was my main way that I was gambling. I work for Voices of Problem Gambling Recovery, and I started as a peer mentor. It's about to get really bad. a lot of people are going to be struggling with gambling. And that's because it's going to be on our phones. And so there's no.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. Another thing, huge difference between me and gambling addicts, I'm not a gambling addict, is that I don't gamble online. Like none of those like, what are they called? Like root bet or like gambling. Bro, I don't trust the internet. Like, oh, I know all that online shit is fake. All that online shit is scam. So anybody doing like online playing of poker, baccarat, like blackjack, all those online websites, bro, unless like you're in front of me, and even then, I still think I'm getting scammed. Like I still think when I was playing baccarat at the Golden Nugget, I was getting fucking scammed. So I don't trust none of these websites. I think all the internet websites, bro, you're just gonna get scammed. They're all fake. So that's how I know I'm not a gambling addict, because I don't do none of that shit, bro. I don't gamble online. All those fucking little video games of like, what are they called, like the little rocket or the frog, leaping frog thing that gets you money, bro. That's not even fun. Like you're just pressing a button and trying to get money. That's like another issue. The reason why I play poker is because I use my brain and like, you bluff people, you use skills, you use math percentages, you read body language. There's a lot of things in poker that's just like it's almost like a sport. That's why I love poker. I lost all my money in baccarat. Anyways, yeah, man. So, Alejandro, 5-6 points, not gambling addict. Alejandro's a gambling addict, 0 points. So I don't do none of that online website stuff. I don't do any of that.
Start time or end time, it's around the clock. You can just push a button to get money into the phone. There's not a good way to shut the brain down from just being on in gambling on our phones and privately. And so we know from other countries in Europe, like the UK, that once things like slot machine action are on phones, it pretty much triples the addiction rate. So all this sports gambling that's happening, it's not going to be.
Also, I don't do sports gambling. Like, my friend Adonis, I gambled one time on the UFC thing that he said, and I lost. Should have never trusted that guy. I lost $500, but those $500 was money that I won in poker. And actually, that day was through blackjack. No, not blackjack. Roulette. No, not roulette. Baccarat. That was money that I won baccarat that I used on the sports betting. I never took out any of my money. I just used money that I won that day at the casino to place that sports bet, and I lost it. So that was the only time I've done sports betting on the UFC thing. I don't even like sports betting, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, I heard that thing's probably rigged as well. Everything's rigged, so that's probably rigged as well. So I don't do no sports betting. Now, 100 not a gambling addict. 10 points, gambling addict 0. We're going up, bro. See, I'm not a gambling addict.
Be like the over-under on your favorite football team that you're gonna just.
But I will say, if I was into sports, I could see how it is funner to watch a game. So I could see just a way to make it more interesting. Like if you like a team, you're a big fan, betting $100 and watching it in your couch. I can see how it's almost the same as spending $100 to go see them play at the stadium. Some form of entertainment. Like if you see it that way, like, hey, I'm spending money for entertainment purposes to make the game more interesting, not to win. I could see that as a little bit kind of fun.
Pick for this weekend. It's about like parlays and making bigger bets.
I'm skipping.
My name is Zell.
All right, anyways, these are kind of like normal stories. I need to see true gambling addicts, bro. I need to see like deep down, dirty, I've lost my house, I lost my kids, I lost my wife type of gambling addicts. These are just, I don't see anything cool here. So let me go deeper. Let's find some like crazy gambling addiction stories. So this is called People of Reddit. What are some of the saddest moments you've witnessed? Okay, let's see.
Who work in a casino. What are some of the saddest moments you've witnessed? I remember working overnight one Christmas Eve and begging him to go home when 6 or 7 a.m. rolled around because his kids would be up and opening presents.
All right. Yeah, I mean, if you're gambling during Christmas and Thanksgiving, you're a gambling addict. Like, if you're not spending time with your family to go to the casino and gambling, that's a sign you're a gambling addict. Now, do I have kids? I have no kids that I know of. No, I'm kidding. I don't have kids, okay? I do not have kids that I know. Okay, I gotta stop making that joke. No, I don't have kids. And if I did, you know, like if I did, of course, I would not be gambling as much. Anyways, yeah, okay, no kids, no kids, no kids, no gambling addiction. Yeah. I mean, dude, if you're missing like picking up your kids, their shows, recitals, any family time to be at the casino, you are a gambling addict. So me, no kids, no kids, okay, no kids, and so that's 11 points of me not being a gambling addict, 0 proving that I'm a gambling addict.
Times people just scream at you for stealing their mortgage payments from them that month and then seeing them back again the next day. This is going to be a very tragic thread, I feel like. Prepare yourselves, everybody, we're going in. Story 2. It's been about 15 years, but I worked in one for about 4 years. The one that stands out was a woman who came from the country to the big city to get Christmas gifts for the whole family, including young kids who still believed in Santa and all of that, but spent all of the Christmas money at the casino before going to the mall. Also, a few years later, I went back to visit, and when talking to one of the pit bosses about who was still there and whatnot, she told me one of my regulars, who was actually nice and likable, a rare trait in that business, had recently unalived themselves as a result of gambling too much.
Okay. Another thing, if you're killing yourself because you lost money in gambling, you're a gambling addict, okay? So if someone who like killed themselves because they lost money, that's how you know you're a gambling addict, okay? So that's another point. I'm still alive. So now that's another point that I'm not a gambling addict, okay? So 13 points, Alejandro's not a gambling addict. 0 points, Alejandro's a gambling addict.
Story 3. Former valet at a casino. The amount of daily regulars who drove barely functioning vehicles full of trash, roaches, and rats who would actually valet their car to go and gamble away any money they had to their name was honestly depressing.
All right, pause it right there. Let me put a picture of my car right here. As you can see, it's not cheap, it's not barely running. I have a good car, it works. Prove that I'm not a gambling addict. It's clean, my car's clean, it runs well, oil change every month, insurance, everything on it, never crashed, nothing. So that's another proof that I'm not a gambling addict because my car's good.
There was this guy who spent more money than I made in 2 months in just a few hours. He wasn't drunk. I tried to get him to stop playing. He was the only player at the table. But he just said he is lonely and playing blackjack was the only thing that made him feel okay. He was far away from home. I think he was Russian. And just really, really sad.
All right, I mean, yeah, dude, if you're gambling to feel something inside of you, you need help. You need help. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I don't know what to say to that.
It was tough to watch. His face looked just as vacant when he left as when he started playing. So sad.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you're out there gambling because you're sad and you feel like lonely inside, do not gamble. You know, go out there, go talk to some girls. Go out there and clap cheeks. If you're clapping cheeks, you don't need to be gambling to feel something, bro. So I think the solution to all these gambling addicts, bro, you need to go out there and clap some cheeks, bro. Now, am I clapping cheeks? You know, what do they say? A gentleman never tells. Dude, I can't say anything. You know, no comment on that. Just know, more points for me not being a gambling addict. Let's add 20 points on that, you know, for me not being a gambling addict.
My dad was a security guard at a casino for 15 years, and he's got stories. When he started working there, the chairs at the slot machines were made of cloth. They had to change them to vinyl because people would not get up to go to the bathroom.
Right.
Piss and crap all over the chairs.
What the fuck, bro? All right, I've never pissed or crapped in a chair while gambling, so that's more points that I'm not a gambling addict, bro. But that's crazy. That's crazy. If you're out there taking a shit because you don't want to leave because you're gambling, you're definitely a gambling addict, bro. Like, just go to the restroom. It's 5 minutes. You know, just fucking pull your pants out, take a dump, wipe yourself, and come back. But yeah, I mean, dude, if you're out there taking dumps in the chairs, definitely sign that you're a gambling addict.
People would sneak their kids into the hotel and luggage when kids aren't allowed in the hotel. Others left them in the car in the parking garage. One guy took a loan out against his house to gamble and lost it all. He dropped dead in the casino.
All right. If you're taking loans to gamble, even though my last video was called taking a $10,000 loan, I didn't take a loan. But if you're taking loans to gamble, you're a gambling addict, bro. And go get some help. But yeah, I mean, I've never taken a loan in my life ever. So especially I'm not going to take one to gamble. The fuck? Yeah. I mean, am I even recording, bro? Okay. And yeah, I mean, dude, that's That's wild, bro. So yeah, guys, don't be taking out no fucking loans to be gambling. More points for me not being a gambling addict. All right, guys, so I think I've shown enough evidence that I'm not a gambling addict, okay? I'm sure there's crazy gambling stories out there. This is just part one. We're gonna react to more in the future. But guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Comment below if you have a crazy gambling addiction story or some stories you've heard. But yeah, hopefully guys, I mean, if you have a problem with gambling, go hit some number. I'm too lazy to put it, but just type in gambling addiction problem on Google and I'm sure you'll get some help. Guys, I suggest don't gamble. I mean, gambling, as we've seen, it ruins people's lives. I'm doing it because, like, okay, I'm doing it because I actually love poker and I want to be the best poker player in the world. You know, I want to win the World Series of Poker. I'm making content through poker. So, like, my idea is, you know, make money from, like, making content about gambling. I don't want to make money from gambling. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. Just a business mindset. And any money I make, guys, I'm just investing that shit in stocks, you know, buying some land. Like, I'm doing things properly. Like, I'm not just gonna, like, any money I make, I'm not gonna be gambling that shit. Like, I'll do some fun videos, but just know that anything I play with is extra cash. Nothing that would tear my life down. You know, I want to be successful. Like, my goal is to, you know, this is just kind of a fun thing. I mean, I want to make films, get money through making films and all that stuff. So, but yeah, guys, don't be gambling. Gambling is bad for you. Like, that shit would, as we've seen, it will ruin your life. So I don't promote gambling. Yeah, do I promote gambling? Nah. I mean, I don't promote gambling. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. See y'all next week. We're dropping a video every week for the rest of the year. Trying to blow up on YouTube. We almost have 100 subscribers. And I started my channel 3 weeks ago. So let's get to 1,000. Road to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching, guys. I love y'all. And see y'all next time.